So yeah, I came second. I'm really happy with that result, actually. First time actually trying the deck. We got 3 packs of Supreme Darkness. Haven't actually opened this set, plus OTS pack 2017. I think we get some good pulls here. But yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about some of my matchups. My only loss that game, so I went 4-1. My only loss being against Ryziel, the new Ritual Ryziel deck. That deck's just way too good. We got really close though. We got really close. Just that last game, we got to game 3 and I just kept drawing Exodia pieces when we was in a grind game. So yeah, that's just how it is with this deck though, I'm afraid. But yeah, I think we just pulled the the Ryziel, not Ryziel, the new Fiendsmith card. I don't think it's any good though. And there's also a test bear. We played against Gladiator Beast and just absolutely destroyed them. They can't seem to get over our 8k monster, which is quite surprising. But yeah, last pack here. Crystron, that could be a quite fun deck. I do really want to try that deck out. And just another super. But yeah, man, I love this deck. After this, there is a little thing I do want to show, because there's going to be a deck list after this, at the end of this video. But yeah, we'll do this last pull. This event actually got me into a top 8 playoff event, which was really exciting. So me and 8 players basically had our own event. As you can see, I've traded for some super polys now, which you'll see in the deck list. The games didn't go too well. I'm not going to go into it. I didn't really do too well, but, you know, I ended up on their Facebook page, and there I am holding the Exodia pieces. Yo, so I'm back with the deck list, and it went surprisingly well. This is a slightly changed variant, the one I played at the event that I didn't do too well at, but we won't talk about that. My matchups were just all like stupid Malice and Ryziel, so as I said, this deck definitely does sometimes struggle to compete against those decks, and the hands were just a bit mid. I'm not trying to make excuses, it was just one of those days really. But yeah, I thought I'd go a bit more in depth with this deck profile, since I haven't been too very well versed with it. For the main deck, it's, you know, it's this guy. I'm not taking him out. It's whatever. It's 3 Heart of the Blue Eyes. Can't speak about how much I like this card. It's great. It does everything. I'm not changing the ratio of this at all. 3 Senkinjin. Love this card again. Still, you know, performed as well as it could. Loved it. Best searcher. So yeah. The questionable card of choice here is Shield. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, but I'm highly thinking about cutting it just to 2. In some of my siding I've been doing recently, if I need just like a 1-off, I tend just to side one out, and it tends to work quite fine, because drawing this card by itself is not really good. Golem's weird. I was almost thinking of bumping it to 2 because I did really like it. I thought I could possibly bump it to 2 if I kept this at 3. Which is what I'm thinking about now, but I'm thinking of cutting this anyway, but yeah. 3 of the best spell in the game. It gets Exodia. What else should we to say? This card's crazy, I love it. Some people will say to side out of 1. I would never side out of 1. Like, if you're able to draw off 3, it's just broken. There was a game at the top 8 cut I was playing where I activate it. The Labyrinth player activated, was it like Dominus Impulse or something, and you just smack down another one. They're like, what? 2 field spell. It's, as I said, this is like an iffy card. This is a bit like Shield, not really a starter, but like I do like this card, and I always go back and forth. Do I want to cut it? Do I want to stick it at 1? I'm just gonna leave it at 2. It's one of those things. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to stay at 2. It's just one of those cards. Most controversial card is Blaze. I'm so mixed about it still, really. I'm considering cutting it a whole, really, but like, one part of me always just wants to keep it, because there were a few games you just win by having it going second. So, such a good going second tool, but like, that's the only reason I could see myself cutting it, is if I would keep it in the side deck instead, actually. And then 2 Rage. Best card ever, not cutting it. Would maybe like to add 1 more. If I cut this, I could see myself playing the 3rd, but not really. Also still on the Magnuma. Not crazy about this card right now. Same with Shifter. I mean, it's good. It's just good because it also gets, what's his name? The Heart of the Blue Eyes card, but like, it's a bit iffy. I mean, there's so many cards that search everything already. The same with Melody. Like, I've got so many ways of getting Blue Eyes Dragon. I don't know if this is really necessary. The 1-off spells, playing Melody, Prosp, Set Rotation, Called by the Grave, Terraforming, and Secret Village. Now, a lot to be said about these. So, this package is crazy good, I think, just in general. I'm almost considering bumping Village to 2 now, because I had, what you'll see is I had 2 in the side deck, and I'm just, every game I always put 2 of these in, and like, it ended up pretty well. The traps, I'm still on there, can only be 1, and the Azaroon. I really like this card. I've grown to like it a lot more now, especially when like the impact of this card, especially against Ryzeal, because they end up wasting their the guy they send from extra deck to grave to negate something. They always tend to do it on this, which is quite nice. And There Can Only Be One is a card I'm bouncing back and forth with right now. I think I'm just cutting it as a whole because like as I said, or just keeping it in the side deck. I can see this being a very good side card right now, but yeah, it doesn't really perform too well. It does, like, the problem is Ryzeal also has Thunders and Pyros, so, you know, it's a bit annoying. Malice, this does just wipe Malice. And traps, it's 3 Ash again, 3 Spooky Dogwood, 3 Shifter, 3 Lava Golem, and 3 Imperm. For the extra deck, it's the same 3. I'm not talking about this anymore. Play 3, there is no reason to play any other number of them. Here are some of my Super Poly targets I've started playing. Just sort of generic-ish. I mean, Dracos Topelli was the only one that never really came up, and I'm almost considering just keeping Super Poly in the side. I was playing around with it, main decking it and side decking it, but I think side deck's quite good. For the links, it's still all just the same junk, and that except this. So, I put this in before I entered the top 8 cut for competition because another reason why I wanted to play this was because of the whole drama I had with Shield not really doing anything. It's a good defensive body, but like it also isn't at the same time because it doesn't serve any purpose after it grabs Unk. And just the situation I was in last time where I just had the exact board I had was 2 Exodia pieces and 2 of these, and I just looked for any generic rank 5, and this is the only one I had. It's just detach 1 and pop a card. For the side deck, it's 3 Nib for Malice. I mean, this card's okay, it's fine, I don't mind it, whatever. Droll definitely overperformed today. I definitely underestimated how good Droll was, especially into the Ryzeal matchups. Because a lot of the times I played against a lot of pure Ryzeal, and it tends to be like sometimes they've only got 1 or 2 extenders, and hitting them a Droll on bonfires just can be insane sometimes. Finally, I was able to pick up 3 copies of Super Poly now. I quite like the card. I still need to get a lot better with it, but it's just another board breaker that isn't like Spheres and just gives me a good monster. Here are the 2 Secret Village cards. I'm thinking of chucking one of them in the main deck for now, but yep. Duster, which didn't do anything. It was the 50 card. Probably could have been anything else, actually. But yeah, I was a bit cut for time, so it just happened to be that. And 3...
but going on to locals, I don't have any footage from the locals just because, you know, I'm not comfortable filming people there and stuff. We did okay. We didn't end up topping due to just how annoying tiebreakers were, but we should have finished around 5th, but we ended up going all the way down because of like there were like 4 people that tied or whatever, which was really annoying. But I do have the results here, and so round 1 we're against Dynamorphia, sorry. We lose the die roll, but we end up just going 2-0 with their just the way they knock down their life points. It's just really good for us because most of my games were OTKs, which were quite nice, and that was a pretty easy game. Round 2, I was super annoyed about this, but I lost to Centurion. Centurion Whitewood's Diabell Star Brew thing, which was kind of crazy. That deck just had so much gas, and we just couldn't really keep up with it. And them taking Talent, taking Exodia, so we did actually win the die roll, but we ended up winning 1 game and losing 2. Round 3 was probably the most craziest one. It was against Malice. We lose the die roll, and a few rulings came up about the one that switches attack and defense, but it turns out it doesn't affect the Exodia card, which is what I come to learn. So we ended up just winning that game by OTKing. Round 4, we end up losing to rank 3 Turbo. We end up I can't beat that deck. I don't know why, but Yeah, round 5, it was Arcana Force. We ended up losing the die roll. We did get turn skip for 1, which kind of sucked, but we ended up taking that game off their hands with a 2-1. But we also did win this really cool hero map, which is super hype, so yeah.